Hey everybody, it's Christine of Twinkle Plans Her Day, and today I'll be planning the week of April 5th. In my Plan a Happy Life Happy Planner, I will be using, I have my blue background ready, and I'll be using the Indigo sticker book, along with some florals from Jessica's Live.Love.Posh sticker line. This is Muted Blooms, and I think I took these two from this book. And I'm also torn between that and using these florals from her spring floral book. So again, Live.Love.Posh. Check her out online or on Instagram. She's great. She makes these great floral sticker books that go really well with the Happy Planner sticker books. So here we go. I'm going to take out the pages. And oh, I did a big planner fail. Look, this was last week's spread and I have not written one thing on it. It was spring break to be fair, but there you go, an unused beautiful spread. I haven't done that in a long time, but I was on vacation and I really ended up being really productive. I mean, on vacation, I didn't go anywhere, but I really was productive despite not really using my planner. Anyway, so I used my scissors prior to this and I cut out the shapes. There are a lot of these. I'll show you. Trying to pick them up from the side. I have a lot of these shapes and I thought I could like layer. I cut them out so I can play with them and the placement of them. So let's see here. I thought something like this would be cute on either side here, maybe one down here. Yeah, like that. And then they kind of look like subway tiles. I could move these up a little bit and have 3 different clusters like that. That's a way to do it. Or, so that's cute. I kind of like that. So it's either that or putting them down like this and then having some down here. Then I can even have one like that. I can have one going down here and one coming up here. Or actually, I kind of like this way. I think I'm going to do my original plan, which is this. Yeah, this is good. Or I can just do 2. Just do that. And then add the florals. I'll have a lot more space for florals. Actually, I think a little bit more here would be good. Yeah. So I think this is going to be the basis, the baseline of, I'm wondering if I should add 2 darker ones. No, I think this is good. So this is, I always second guess myself, but I think this is going to be it. It looks kind of cool. I can also maybe add one going this way. I don't know. We'll just start with this first. Start sticking them on and then take it from there. Okay, so I'm going to speed up the camera so you don't have to watch me put all these stickers down when you already know where they're going to be placed. I'm using my handy dandy tweezers from Amazon. They're not your typical tweezers. They are craft tweezers. In case you're new to planning and you're getting to my channel for the first time, welcome. Happy Easter, by the way. This is Easter morning. I was supposed to do this last night, but I was caught up in the 10 Commandments. And did you know that that movie is 5 hours long? Well, it wouldn't be so long if they didn't have the commercials. I didn't watch the whole thing. I watched like the last 3 hours, but it was amazing. And so I didn't plan last night. So I'm doing it today. It's all right. I'm loving the way this looks. Loving these New York subway tile kind of look that we have going on. I could leave it as like this and just add a couple of layers of squares and banners and stars maybe, but I did want to, I have so many florals. I have to use them. And it is spring. But the real question was, which florals was I going to use? I had these 2 sheets that I think went really well with the color scheme. So I went back and forth between these two, and then I went to this one. I really wasn't thinking I was going to use this one, but this blue flower, I took it off just to see how it would look next to it. And I really liked it. So, and I'm not sure I had enough flowers of that, but I thought I'd put it in to try. And it's a little bit tricky because these stickers have that white border around it. None of them are clear, so you do have to, you know, adjust using my Fisker's craft knife. It's very helpful when you've got those tight spaces. I was wondering if it would go with the other stickers. I was kind of going against that. So I thought I would take all the blue flowers from these two sheets that I had. And there weren't too many. So again, that's the line I was just showing you, Live.Love.Posh. That was the spring book. And I do believe she did restock these sticker books. So hopefully if you're interested, you can find them. If not, don't worry. She comes out with books all the time. And they always get better anyway, so no worries. So I just have to cut them in a certain way to make sure they fit into those corners perfectly. And that's a little bit of calculation. I'm sure there's an easy way to do it. I just eyeball it. If there's another way, let me know. I do love the way they look here, but the problem is all these flowers are kind of too similar. They're like different sizes, but they were the same. See, the leaves were the same, going the same way. You know what I mean? Like this, they were the same flower in different sizes. So it was kind of hard to get a variety of looks in here. I tried to maneuver them, so maybe you can't even tell. And I really wasn't planning to use the one with the yellow, but I really didn't have any choice. There was nothing left of these florals, and it didn't bother me too much, the yellow. I don't think I'm going to add any yellow accents, though, because there are none in that Indigo book, and I don't want to go through 100 sticker books for this layout today, because it's already Easter. I want to enjoy the rest of my day. Not that I'm not enjoying doing this. So I found a couple more. I'm just going to cut them out so they fit. And I go back and forth about which flowers will go where. And I'm looking through that sheet, cutting out. I'm really massacring this sheet. You can't tell just yet, but when I put a couple more flowers on, it'll look a little odd. You'll start to see that they all look the same, and you'll wonder if you'll know why I added some leaves in there to break it up. You see, you can always already get a sense there that the flowers are too similar. But I took as many as I could from that book, from that sheet, or those two sheets, and I put them down. And then you'll see later I'm going to break it up with some leaves and some other florals from another sheet that don't go that well with it, but you'll see. And I think a normal person might have just left this spread like this, and I think it would be a perfectly good spread, but I do overdo it, as I usually do. And I just add everything I can until really I have no more. So I was kind of forced to cut it short and not go overboard. Okay, so now that all the flowers are down, I'm going to go through the Indigo book and look for any details or accents that I can add to the page, like banners. And this is kind of like the first time I'm really going through this book. I took this little circle out. I don't remember what it says, and I can't see right now what it says. I think it says shine on or something. It doesn't matter what it says. I'm just going to go through, see if there's anything, like some washi tape. I love these boxes, but I'm going to use them for another spread. This is a perfect little flag. And I have something on Saturday morning, so that's why I put that important there. I'm having a flower making class, a crepe paper flower making class with the Girl Scouts via Zoom that I'll be doing on Saturday. That's what I have to do. Here are the washi tapes, but none of them really go well with it. They're not really floral. Indigo is more of like a tie-dye thing, and they have stars in those. And these boxes are cute. I'll use those also for another spread. But adding details and layering really makes this spread, I think. I don't like this copper foil. Yuck. Moving along. And I'm a little disappointed that this book didn't have quotes or anything. I don't know, some other shapes. Something missing in that book. It was just kind of blah, but I did like these shapes. So there you go. And I think they could have gone a little further with the tie-dye. Not just make the tie-dye around the borders, but do something else. I don't know. I just think there's a whole bunch they could have done that with that book. I don't think it's a fail, but there's more they could have done. Just my thoughts. Let me know what you think of that book in the comments. Maybe it's your favorite. Let me know. Not to say I won't be going back to it shortly. I probably will. Okay, now here's where I branch out a little bit. I took out my flowers book, and maybe I show the camera, maybe I don't. I hope I do show you the cover. There you go, flowers book. It's at Michael's. You can get it at Michael's. I'm not sure it's on the website anymore from the Happy Planner, and I'm using these leaves, and I really think it makes a huge difference in breaking up the flowers because they're all so similar. So I'm looking at whatever leaves I can find that kind of match well. And this is the point where I thought, oh, now it's coming together. Even though I did go back and forth with where am I going to put these leaves. I think it made a huge difference for me on this spread. And it was fun going through. I like when I have an idea and I'm confident about it. And then it's just adding the details and having fun with it. That's kind of how I felt with this one. I'm using my little craft knife to take out the stem. I love my Fiskars craft knife. Nothing like a good tool to make everything easier. If you're new to planning, seriously, this is what you need. A good pair of scissors that goes through adhesive and that the adhesive won't stick to the blade, and then a craft knife, and then tweezers. And then you're like good to go. And a good sticker book, and you're good to go. So here I'm taking a couple other, are these leaves or flowers that I'm taking out? It looks like I'm taking out that leaf. To add a couple more. And now I'm truly happy with this spread. I think it kind of is a little Easter-like too. Yeah, I wanted one more where I just pointed there. That's where I'm going to add one more leaf section, and that will be it for that. And then I'm wondering if I should put a quote. That's what's missing from this book, the Indigo quote. There are no quotes on this book, and there really should have been. Then I went through my other books and I found this Mamby sticks. It's an old one. All my Mamby sticks are all scattered about, so I don't know which one it came from. But happiness starts from within or something like that. I thought the colors and the font looked really good. So I'm going to finish it up with that quote. And that's my spread. Thank you so much for watching. And happy Easter.